Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada at the three-wall ball outdoor World Championships. Dave Vincent alongside Dave Fink for the men's doubles finals, and we are underway. Nikolai Nahorniak is serving alongside partner Jarrell Bastidas. Excuse me. Returning the serve is Luis Moreno and Sean Lenning.
And Luis Moreno, who is the indoor #1, teaming up with a former indoor #1, Sean Lenning.
And we
Luis,
have
unfortunately, Dave, unable to play in the three-wall small ball singles, an event I think he could have won. We'll never know. He just didn't know his start time and no-showed.
Play 0.
Well, you're saying that Luis, an indoor #1 and a former indoor #1 in Sean Lenning, but we have a current outdoor three-wall #1 and a former outdoor three-wall #1 as their opponents, Jarrell and Nikolai.
2, play 0.
I think Luis is unbelievably
Hold
motivated
it.
here.
Football. That foot went across the line.
Never seen a football called before in outdoor handball, Dave.
Second serve. Side out.
Proof that the doubles partners do talk.
That was the
Okay,
first
0,
time
play
in the
2.
entire weekend I've been keeping score. Look at that speed from Luis. Amazing. Dave, Luis has won the doubles here 2 years in a row.
Wow.
I can't remember who his partner was, but he's got a new partner this year.
Point 1.
Actually,
play
Dave,
2.
it was you. Unfortunately, you were unable to defend this year with your local Tucsonian.
Well, as
to various injuries.
if I were his doubles partner this year, I wouldn't have allowed him
Side
to
out.
show up late for that singles match.
That would have actually helped you, though.
It
So,
would have, but
yeah.
as a doubles partner, you look out for your doubles partner. So
2,
I know
play
you've
1.
never played it.
Well, I root against my partner when I do. You see Luis just jamming that ball into Jarrell's 8-pack.
Serves 1.
Luis is one of those guys, you don't want to play him when he's mad.
Point.
And right now, he's playing angry. He's not happy that he didn't get a chance to compete in the singles. And he's going to do everything he can to win this doubles. Sean
4,
Lenning hasn't
plays
hit
1.
one ball yet, Dave.
Well, he did. It was an underhand paddle shot that led to that Nikolai Nahorniak right corner kill, but I know what you're saying. Sean really doesn't have to hit much, and Luis is controlling everything.
Sean Lenning, the current three-wall national champion. Also in the court, as you said, Dave, the current three-wall ball world
1,
champion,
serves 4.
the former three-wall ball world champion, and another former
Point.
three-wall ball world champion.
We got 3 of them on the court here,
Yeah.
and a former finalist.
2, serves 4.
Rumor has it, Dave, that Sean Lenning's arm is very fatigued here this week after winning the Nationals just a couple weeks ago and also playing another tournament last weekend. Doesn't have the snap. He has some shoulder problems. And that seems to have announced itself
4,
once
plays
again
2.
here. And Dave, when you have a power player like Luis Moreno that learns those dump shots, I think he becomes pretty much
5,
unbeatable.
serves 2.
Every serve that Luis hit, and the ball hits a weird crack and comes back in. That ball hit the crack,
2,
Dave, and then
plays
hit out of
5.
bounds and then came back toward us. But since that crack is technically inbounds, that was a weird play. Had so much spin on it.
And Dave, this doubles game is moving pretty quickly.
5, plays 2.
Luis Moreno also competed in the one-wall bracket here, losing last night to one of the one-wall greats known as Captain Caesar Sala from New York.
Point.
who had a little bit too much
6,
experience
serve 2.
for Luis on the one-wall court.
Dave, you're right. This is almost 100% Luis Moreno versus the other two.
I felt like
Ball
he
there.
beat Emmett Peixoto and Timbo Gonzalez 2-on-1 yesterday in that semifinal. I mean, Sean Lenning hit less
Okay, 2, play 6.
than 5% of the shots in that match.
Now, when Luis and I played last year
Point.
together and the year before that, though they were hitting a lot of balls to me, I felt
3, play
that it was
6.
really odd that they were hitting so many balls to Luis. You know, I felt that they were playing the whole situation wrong. Instead of getting 60% like I was getting, I should have been getting 100. And for some reason,
4,
Luis
play 6.
was able to come in and pick off most of those shots that were hit to me that were questionable, which was another 30% or so, leaving Luis at about 70% of all the shots hit were.
I'm confused. 60, 70, 90. You lost me.
5, serve 6.
But to your credit, Dave, in 2012 in particular, you actually carried Luis to that
Point.
victory, serving out 7 straight aces,
Together at
trailing
6.
9-4 in the tiebreaker to 11. Hate to make this all about you, but I just did.
That must really hurt.
And right now, it's Team Shirtless making it all about them. Interesting that
That's a point.
Team Shirt,
7,
Luis
play
Moreno
6.
wearing a qualifier jersey, which he's never once had to do since he turned 16.
So how did he get one?
Well, there's a lot of trading that goes on, Dave. A lot of times after these handball matches, you see the players take off their shirts and just give them to one another. It happens in soccer friendlies and it happens in handball.
Really thought Luis was going to take that out of the air. He's dangerous up front. And now you see why.
Wow.
Good rally, side out.
Dave, we had a couple of dozen people drive through the desert from Tucson, where Luis lives, to watch
6,
him play,
7.
including most of our board of directors.
That's why we include Luis in everything we do, just so our board of directors will actually
Right
read
out.
the email. I once gave a full budget report, but in the
7,
subject
play
line I
6.
wrote Luis Moreno ... and I got all the comments I needed.
Huh.
Side out. 6, play 7. Side out.
Jarrell Bastidas taking out Luis Moreno last year in the singles. That was a big upset.
7, play 6.
The way that Nikolai Nahorniak played this weekend, I would have loved to see a Luis Moreno Nikolai.
I was just thinking the same thing. It would have been extremely compelling.
Serve 6.
Wow,
Good ball.
that was
Good
an
serve.
amazing serve right there. Can it get any better than that? And the yell that came afterwards.
Well, that's Jarrell's one-wall serve, which is basically untouchable.
9, serve 6.
And all of a sudden, Dave, Team Tan has taken over in this match. And I just don't think, unless Sean Lenning turns it up, that
Point.
Moreno and Lenning really have any chance in this match.
Not if Terrell gets that serve going.
10, serve 6.
And now they're starting to find Sean here. That's a great shot.
I mean, is that the easiest pass shot you've ever seen?
Sean has that amazing control. I would love to see Sean at the top of his game on these courts, Dave. It would be
6, serve 10.
a sight to behold. Hasn't worked out, though, in the last couple of
Short.
years.
Side out. Score is 10, play 6.
Oh,
No, it's
Down
out.
ball.
That ball was out.
Luis
noticed-
is appealing.
I noticed that Luis's supermodel girlfriend is taking pictures courtside, while people are actually
11,
taking
play
pictures
6.
of her taking pictures.
Yeah. Well,
Hold it.
I was pretty sure she
You know,
was at
I called hold it. I called
Fashion
screen
Week in
on that one.
Milan. I don't
Yeah.
know how she's also here. She's a
11, play
stunner.
6.
I thought it was actually a mannequin from a store for a moment there, and then I saw her breathe.
Oh my gosh. How does Luis get that?
How does Jarrell get that? Nikolai standing in the front court, doesn't even move 1 inch.
Jarrell does the splits there.
Watch this movement.
Nice shot,
Sean's
guys.
off the court.
6 serves 11.
Now Jarrell's 10 feet off the court
He
there.
almost gets it right there. He actually had it.
Yeah.
Side out.
I love the chemistry between Team Shirtless here,
11
Dave.
serves 6.
They seem to really be gelling. Jarrell Bastidas, not only the former champion here in singles, but also one of the top tough mutters in New York City,
hold on.
Dave. He starts these tough
6.
mutter races running
Plays
through
11.
barbed wire and
Getting electrocuted.
electrocuted. And I mean, out of 5 or 10,000 finishers, he'll be in the top 5.
Side out.
Now, I believe last year, Luis and I defeated
11 serves 6.
Nikolai Nahorniak and Vic Perez in the finals. And I felt at moments there, even though Nikolai was injured, I felt that this guy was truly unbelievable. Like, I was so glad that he only had 1 arm,
Yeah.
because he made a couple shots. I said, oh my gosh,
6 plays
if this
11.
guy's healthy, we're not winning this. It's a terrible position to be in, but a good one too. Nikolai said even on his interview that, you know, I come here and I just get injured all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
and
he
I,
did it again this year, but yet managed to win. He
Play
may
it
go
over,
double
contact,
yellow here
6,
tonight.
plays 7.
From 0 yellows to 2 within 3
Short.
hours.
well, could go to. This is a final.
Yeah.
He has to win it.
Right.
Yeah, could go. Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was getting
Yeah,
injured
it's
so
first
much
pick.
that I thought the name Nick Nahorniak Nick was actually a nickname, because he was nicked up
Oh,
all
right.
the time.
Okay. Pun intended.
Side out.
Well played.
Six serves 11.
I like this camera angle here.
Side out.
So lifelike. Feel like we're right in the court.
I agree with you, Dave.
11 plays 6.
We've got a large group watching from Juarez, Mexico, Dave.
Side out.
That one
Loving
was
the handball.
That one was really lifelike.
All right. 6 serves 11. Hold it. Hold it, hold it. Hey, Luis, you gotta move. You gotta move a little. Six serves 11. Oh! Right out. Someone call timeout.
There's a timeout called. We're also going to take one in the booth. We'll be back in 60 seconds. More action coming up here on Watch ESPN and the Watch ESPN app. Stick with us.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
We are back, Las Vegas, Nevada, for the three-wall ball outdoor handball championships. First game, men's pro small ball finals. Sean Lenning and Luis Moreno trying to fight back here against Nikolai Nahorniak and Jarrell Bastidas.
You're going to get it right one of these
times. I don't know why
times.
I'm doing that because I've never had the problem before.
6 serves 11.
Sean now has ended consecutive rallies. Those are his first 2 kill shots of the match.
7 serves 11.
Oh. Great play from Luis. He keeps his hand parallel to the ground there as he's running forward, and he just takes a completely flat swing, and the ball stays exactly the same level at which he hit it.
It's out. I saw it out.
Dave, I don't know why they appeal to the right line judge when the call is out on the left. You can't see that from there. Can we take a look at that on replay?
One didn't see it, one agreed, it's out.
I thought it was out when he hit it, but you know, I really can't see it over there.
11.
So hard to see. Not unless we stop that ball on the line. It's really not that important. And that's another error from Nikolai.
8 serves 11.
A lot of athletic play right there, like an acrobat is Luis Moreno.
9 serves 11.
And Luis Moreno is one of the most flexible guys, Dave, that you'll see.
Is that before?
He spends a lot of hours stretching
Was that on the rally? I can't.
and doing yoga and writing poetry
I'm gonna have to play that over.
and painting
I mean, it
and
had to be when
taking
he hit it.
long walks on the beach. He's what we call a Renaissance man, Dave. He's a 5-tool guy.
What's the rule here? It was obviously when he hit it. It's not when he bounced it. I call that a point, so it's 8.
And Dave, the score reads 9-11.
But they are going to take a point off. It'll be 8.
Okay.
No moment of silence.
We're replaying that. Scores 8, serves 11. Short.
Gee, all of that.
You heard that collective moan from Team
11
Tucson
serves 8.
as Luis comes up about 4 inches short.
Hold it. Playing it. 11 serves 8. Point.
That's really an amazing serve there from Jarrell. And I can see why he dominated this last year, had that Cinderella story.
Well, Dave, I watched Jarrell play one roll earlier today, and he probably hit 20 out of 22 aces. I mean, I just don't see how you'd ever return that.
12 serves
It's
8.
almost as difficult in 3-wall.
was a great camera angle, by the way.
That was the point. Oh shit, my bad. No, I thought I marked it. 8, serves 12. Sorry about that.
Three-wall ball outdoor handball championships, men's small ball doubles finals on the Watch ESPN app.
Whoa, plays 8.
Oh, that was one of the hardest hit shots we've seen this entire event.
Point.
That's one of Sean's favorite shots.
13, plays 8.
Dave, Luis hits those overhand drives as hard as he can, but I don't think he hits them high enough. He hits them about 8 feet high on the wall. You see a guy like Nikolai hitting his 12 to 14 feet
plays
high.
13.
And you don't get the high bounce or the depth. You know, I think if Luis's coach was watching, he would tell him, you've got to aim higher on the wall.
That's a point. 9, plays 13.
That's going to make it.
Look at that power from Jarrell.
Side out.
Those muscles are not just for show, Dave. He puts those to use.
13, plays 9. Side out.
Score here is 9 to
9,
13. Still within striking distance. If you have ever tried to return a Luis Moreno serve, that ball, a huge natural hook, but Nikolai uses a fist punch return, and there's a point for Team Moreno.
Point.
10 to 13.
10, serving 13.
There's the high drive that you're talking about.
And look what happens. Luis's best drive of the match results in a Nikolai, I guess you'd call that a winner blooper.
Well, it was Luis's fault. Sean
13,
played out the door.
serves
Luis is
10.
supposed to cover.
Well, that's why partners have to speak to one another. At least to clear up that issue, if nothing else.
Well, that's the first issue you clear up when you talk about playing doubles together.
Point.
First game about ready to go to Team No
Multiple
Shirt.
game point, serves 10. Hold it. Playing it over, 14, serves 10.
Wow.
And there it is, first game going to Nikolai Nahorniak and
3 minutes.
Jarrell.
I don't know if there's
Bastidas.
anybody in the tournament that can hit that shot that Nikolai just hit. That ball is dipping at about a 60-degree angle at about 70 miles per hour, and he takes it out of the air and flat kills it.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable shot right there. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 2 minutes for game number 2, probably the conclusion of this men's pro doubles finals. We want you to stay close. More action right around the corner on the Watch ESPN app here with the service brought to you by the World Players of Handball. Dave Fink and yours truly, Dave Vincent. We'll be back in just a bit. Stick with us here at ESPN.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
Back in Las Vegas, Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. Let's go courtside to Molly Jean Trotter. Molly?
Hey guys, I'm here with Mike Lenning. Now Mike, this seems like this match here going on, there's a lot of athleticism that's going on here at the court. You got a small ball, you got some great athletes. What have you noticed so far?
Well, this is a service game, and Sean and Luis are putting huge reverses and naturals, and these guys, yet Jarrell Bastidas is getting the ball back. That's totally amazing. Nikolai, who just finished his singles match, should be exhausted. Both guys are battling, and these two guys, Sean and Luis, are shocked that these balls are coming back. They lost the first game. They got to regroup.
Now, Sean and Luis obviously play together. They know each other very well. Now, Nikolai and his partner. Now, how do you think that's going to help out Sean and Luis since they play together as compared to the other pair?
Well, Sean and Luis, they're going to have to count on that ball coming back and get a good second and third shot on that ball and hop it during the rally, not just on the serve. That might get these guys to miss hit. But right now, these guys are smelling it. They want this championship. Luis and Sean, they got to step up.
And do you think they're going to do that to take the third game?
I'm not a betting man, although this is Vegas. I'm just going to let it play out.
All right, thanks, Mike. Back to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's about all you can say is that you just don't want to be a betting man here, but what you do know is what you do see, and that is that Nikolai and Jarrell look like they want it more. Sean Lenning and Luis Moreno are having to really step up and play better team handball. And there's the first serve. Short. Hits the front wall and goes straight down to the ground from Sean Lenning.
That's the first time that Sean Lenning served in this tournament in doubles, and it's 2 feet short.
Wow. That might be one of the furthest balls.
That was on
we've
Waveland Avenue. I think that went over the apartments. I know that you don't know what that is, but
Chicago.
Thank you.
Home run.
Yeah.
Hold it. One, serve 0.
Nikolai Nahorniak takes it inside out, poach, and misses that. Comes back and is smiling with Jarrell. There's a lot of overconfidence here on Team No Shirt. Just like Mike Lennox said during that interview, these guys are returning Luis's serve so good that it's not really effective. And the first time
I heard that interview, I was talking to one of our key board members.
One, serves 1.
We call that networking in the business. Oh no.
Side out. One, one, serves one. Point.
Another point for Luis Moreno. Men's pro doubles finals.
Two, serves one.
Oh my gosh, Dave. Is that 4 lost balls in this second game alone?
Side out.
I think that ball took a chip
One,
out of the
serves two.
fence that's above this top court here.
I'm more worried about the chip in your bank account. I mean, that's coming directly out of your savings.
Personal savings.
Yeah. Nick is playing 1.5-legged, Dave, and on his good leg, he's got a shoe that's completely been torn apart.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's a long way to Big 5. It's about a $4 cab ride, but also has access to your car, and he didn't play until 6 o'clock tonight. Not really sure here what the thinking process is.
Three, plays
He
one.
made a boatload of cash here already tonight.
Out. One, plays three.
Drell takes that from shoulder height, flat kill.
It just seems like he's been doing that the whole tournament.
Well, except for his singles match
Two,
against
plays
Shorty.
three.
There's Sean covering that left wall for Luis.
It's funny, Dave. Both members of Team No Shirt were on the same side. They still couldn't cover that kill shot.
Three, plays two. Out.
Sean very frustrated with himself.
Well, it seems like mentally Sean wants to be there, but his body's just not allowing him to do what he needs to do.
Two, plays three. Play that over. Two, serves three. Point. Together at three.
Oh, look at that athleticism right there. Luis Moreno digs that ball out, gets the side out. That was an amazing shot, Dave.
Yeah, exciting front court rally there.
Together at three.
And Jarrell just misplayed that. Had to take that before it got to the end of the side wall.
That was the point. Four, serves three.
That ball might make it, and it doesn't. There's another point for Moreno and his partner, Sean Lenning.
Five, serves three.
Men's pro double small ball 3-wall finals.
And Dave, you just caught a foul ball, or didn't catch it, actually.
First time out.
Almost caught it in the
Nick
teeth.
Drill.
Turned my head just at the right time. There's a timeout called on the field here. Dave, you have been watching on another court John Rookie Wright and Timbo Gonzalez. This is a marquee semifinal match. And what do you see going on over there on that one-wall court?
Well, Rookie is really struggling with the heat out here. He told me this is really, really rough out here. I mean, I think he's got some stomach issues. I've seen him grabbing at his stomach. He's having a hard time breathing. He's playing against Timbo Gonzalez, who is struggling with an arm injury and who's also played in 6 matches so far today.
Well, together they have one complete healthy body.
Yeah.
Collectively.
But it looks to me that Rookie is dominating play here. He's been serving quite a bit more than Timbo.
We'll get some of that play on here just as we flip back over now. The men's finals of the small ball 3-wall doubles is amidst the second game. Bastidas and Nikolai Nahorniak took the first one. And due to a late surge here, Luis Moreno and Sean Lenning are up in game number 2.
Score is 6, serve 3.
And you see Team No Shirt now after the timeout going exclusively at Sean in that rally. I think that's what they have to do here.
3, serve 6.
That was a terrible serve. That ball just completely shot off this court.
6, serve 3. That's long.
And Luis will appeal that, I think.
No. Oh, never mind. 6. Serve 6.
Just a strange error there for Luis, who had a pretty neutral ball that he should have hit about 12 feet high. Instead, he hits it in the ground.
Do you think sometimes when players go for that overhand spike that they get a little too quick on that, their arm speed, and Dave, what do you think happens on that overhand spike that they?
Yeah, I think it is what you said, particularly when the ball is moving slowly. You catch the ball a little bit too far out in front, and then you just spike it straight into the ground. And if it doesn't go into the ground, it's way too low on the front wall.
It's like they try to hurry the shot up because they want the ball to get down in the strike zone quicker, so they try to poke at it really quick for that one little chance, that little window that opens, and then they do it too quick and hit it in the ground. I've seen it a lot. I've done it a lot.
5, sir, hold it.
And now we've got the ball from that one-wall match coming onto the 3-wall court.
5, play 6.
That could have been a screen, not called. I think Luis thinks he had a play on that.
I'm surprised that the players aren't even complaining about it, because that would be probably considered a screen.
Hold it.
Another perfect reverse down the middle.
Well, I think Dave, power hops down the middle is probably the best serve in doubles. I mean, I've seen you do it quite a bit with a lot of success.
If you do it deep, it's even more confusing.
Together at 6.
Dave, what do you think about serving into the boxes in doubles like you would do in tennis?
It's called quadrant serving, and I'm all for it.
Well, it could be on the rule book next year. And when I say book, I mean book. There's a lot of rules. That's a great shot. I know it because I edited that rule book.
That's the point. 7. 7, serve 6.
And now Team No Shirt is on a nice, huge run here. And it's all because of the serving from Jarrell.
8, serve 6.
He's the captain of Team No Shirt.
Long ball. Side
And the
out.
captain, Dave, just sunk the ship in that service inning.
Well, I'd take
6, plays
5
8.
unanswered points any day of the week.
Cut the ball, head past you. Oh. Yeah, that's my call. 7, serves 8.
Great shot from Sean. That's just, you just never know what to expect from Sean. He'll take the most difficult shot and hit the shot with the highest degree of difficulty perfectly.
Together at 8.
And you'll see much easier shots that he'll miss.
Right out.
That was an important shot, I think, for Luis and Sean Lenning.
Together at 8. Point. 9, serves 8.
And there's a strange error from Nikolai right from the center of the court.
8, serves 9.
Sean thought about going behind the back there, Dave.
Boy, that's frustrating when you're a doubles partner and you're...
Right out.
Well, you stick your left hand out when your partner's behind you ready to hit a blast with his right. And that's where you have to communicate more,
9,
even
serves 8.
during the rally.
Well, the great John Bike told me once when I did that, that's fine if you want to do it, but you better make it so nobody hits the next shot. Kind of puts that thought into your head.
Yeah.
That's probably the way you need to hear that.
Yeah.
8, serves 9.
Sean was just going to flip his hand out there and get a defensive shot back. That's just not really what you want a guy to do with that shot anyway,
Side.
even if it's with the strong hand.
Check ball.
Luis hits such great serves that I think he's surprised when they come back, and he's not really ready for the return sometimes.
Yeah, I mean
most people wouldn't bring those serves back.
I think he's a fan of his own serve.
9, serves 8.
I mean, I'm actually surprised these guys are getting it back as well as he is.
Look at that wrinkle, Dave.
Well, Jarrell's really putting on a clinic in the service box, and I'm impressed.
10, serves 8.
And you know me, I don't get impressed often.
No, in fact, I think that might be a first. Oh, no. Luis in point-blank range there, Dave.
I think Luis is right. I think this ball is broken. I thought I saw it about 2 bounces back, but apparently.
Well, it's been inspected on several occasions.
11, serves 8.
Just doesn't have the correct sound or something.
That's side out. 8, plays 11.
Oh my, did you see that shot? That was unbelievable. That was an incredible
11,
shot.
serves 8.
Now we're seeing these guys pump each other up, and
That was a
someone's
good
going to have to
serve.
call a timeout soon. Momentum is completely cracked, Dave. I know it's important to know what a Plummer and Sheboygan feels about the Mayweather fight, but
Calling slide. I see your guys' gloves. I'm calling it point. Can't go back. Yeah.
Sean is going to appeal a slide here, Dave.
Are we playing slides?
You can appeal it.
That's what
I thought there were no bad bounces.
You see the
There
long
isn't, but a
slide?
slide is.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him.
The ball was wet twice before that game. When I caught the ball,
So no slide?
I wasn't watching. I wasn't watching, to be honest.
No one saw slide.
I mean, to me, all bad bounces include slides.
Where's Jarrell? The gloves good? No. I'm asking if they're good. You should change it though. They might complain. Yeah.
We're going to have a quick 1-minute break, and we'll be back in the booth. Stick
Left
around.
page.
More action up next here on the Watch ESPN app.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
In Las Vegas, Nevada, Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Dave Fink for the men's small ball doubles finals. Jarrell Bastidas as well as Nikolai Nahorniak on a nice little run here, leading Luis Moreno and Sean Lenning in the second game after winning the first one. And you see they're really gelling together here, slapping their hands together. Team No Shirt just playing good handball.
That rally was a point. Score is 12. Serves 8.
Team No Shirt, Dave. Just 2 points now from
Point.
a double yellow jersey for Nick and another yellow for Jarrell.
13. Serves 8.
Oh
my gosh.
When it's going your way, Dave, it's just going your way. It's Nick's night tonight.
Championship point. Serves 8.
Nice return from Luis.
And Nick goes to the well once again with one of those kind of sidewinding stiff arm swings. That time doesn't connect.
14. We're playing that over here. That's close. I thought it was past.
Initially, it was a lucky break that it stayed in the court, then a bad break that there was congestion.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
14.
I think the right call was made there.
Well, it's hard to call an avoidable on
Hold
a
it.
fluke play like that. I mean, referees don't call them anyway, but.
Oh, I called 2.
Playing
And the
that
first
over
3
8.
points
Serves
of
14.
Moreno and Lenning's first doubles match.
Ball.
You know, and through all of this, Nikolai and Jarrell, they've just stayed positive.
9. Serves 14.
Even when Moreno and Sean would go on a run, they still were smiling and high-fiving each other. That was a huge natural hook from Moreno.
Dave, when I watch Sean Lenning's hand-eye coordination, it just seems to me like he could walk out into the major leagues right now. I mean, he's got what baseball players have, which is just that easy finesse, catch, and release.
That was the point. 10,
It's
serves 14.
funny you say that. I can see him doing a lot of different sports. I think Sean would be looks like he would have been an excellent basketball player, a pitcher in baseball, a great hitter.
Yeah, I see him being
great
a great
in tennis,
hitter.
excellent
10
swimmer.
plays 14.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Dave. And all of a sudden, we've got a match on our hands. You might want to unpack that computer bag that you just packed up. This is not over. Put your hammer away. Get your screwdriver out. Unscrew this hammering that you've already done.
11, serves 14.
We could be here a while.
That's out.
And Luis lets that ball go. It's 2 inches wide. If that ball falls in, they're facing match point again.
Second game. 12, serves 14.
Could you start unzipping that computer bag, please? Please. Thank you. At least get it unzipped.
13, plays 14.
Nikolai and Jarrell now have those nervous, happy feet. Now they both hit that ball at the same time.
That doesn't look good. I don't know how Nick doesn't run into that wall or hit it with his hand. Isn't that a beautiful shot?
And now they've communicated, and Sean's there in perfect position. And now you can zip it up again, that computer bag.
Serves 13.
And that's going to make it. Oh, look at that kill shot right there from Nikolai Nahorniak to win the Men's Open Doubles Championship. Once again, a slam here. Nikolai Nahorniak. Boy, look at the smiles on the faces of the Team No Shirt as they step off the court here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. Amazing play right there from the guys, Dave. And all smiles in the process. And we're going to get another interview with Molly Jean Trotter and Nikolai Nahorniak, as well as Jarrell Bastidas. Let's go right to her right now as we position courtside at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. Molly, let's see their thoughts. Let's see them.
Yeah, exactly that. People want to know your thoughts. You guys are in here. I heard you know, you were kind of the underdogs here in this match. You obviously came out on top. All smiles. Now what's going through your mind?
It's all smiles because I think me and Nick just put positive energy back on each other. We hit it out. We joking around the entire time, just keeping our spirits up. I think that's the way good teamwork flows. Just never get down on each other.
How about you, Nikolai?
I feel the exact same way. Jarrell, you're so easy to play with. You listen well, and I hope we could keep on coming here and playing together in this. Yeah. Okay, anyways, yeah.
Now you guys were playing a really strong pair. I mean, Sean and Luis. I mean, they played together. They know each other. I mean, what was your mindset going into this?
You know what? Growing up, they were the top pros when they were younger. I always looked up to Sean and Luis. They were good when they were 17. They were pros when they were 17. And I'm like, I want to be a pro when I'm 16. You know, so I tried, but didn't really crack it until I was 19 or 20. So, I'm ecstatic.
How about you, Jarrell?
Not to reiterate what Nikolai said, but I have to consider Nikolai one of those pros that he's talking about looking up to. Like, he definitely has an amazing deep court game. I try to support him as much as I can. He's really super easy to play around with. But I think we had them overhand pretty well. We just didn't want to lower the rally too much. A lot of deep serves they couldn't return. We had that set in stone before we started the match.
Now, Nikolai, you went down in the third game. You kind of yelped a little bit. How's your knee holding up?
Right now, adrenaline is flowing through it, so I gotta say it's feeling great. But ask me that 5 minutes from now, it's a different story.
Yeah, all smiles still, so obviously that hasn't kicked in. Anything else you guys would like to say for the match here?
Thank you, Molly. And
yeah, hopefully come back and have another good showing next year.
All right, sounds great. Thanks, guys. Congratulations. Back to you.
Well, I mean, these guys are completely happy and full of themselves, but happy at the same time, Dave. Nikolai leads off by saying, my partner really listens well, takes advice well, which I found interesting. But they said exactly what I was saying earlier, and that is that they kept it positive and were full of positive energy and kept smiling and having a good time and keeping it loose and fun. And that was what they felt was missing throughout time. And, you know, I mean, I admire that because that's exactly what I saw. The other team wasn't really doing that. In fact, they were just almost like wanting not to talk to each other until certain parts of that game. So it was really nice to see those guys, you know, communicate and have a good time out there. Of course, that's what we want to see from our champions. We're going to say goodnight for tonight. For Dave Fink, Linda Manning, Chris Garrad, those that helped out with the broadcast, we appreciate the fact that you've tuned in to the worldwide leader in sports as we give you the continued coverage from the World Players of Handball at the WPH three-wall ball outdoor handball, racquetball, paddleball championships. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Until then, you have a great night. Good night.